Hello, Michael. Happy New Year to you.
Hello, David. Same to you.
So you are going to give us the top business book from 2008 today.
Of the ones I've read.
Well, that's fair. We don't expect you to read all of the books that were printed.
Correct. But, you know, with the state of the economy, I think a lot of us will have a lot more time to sit and read in 2009.
So you think
that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, so you think recreational reading will make a return this year?
It's only a guess, but I do. You know, I was reading the other day, George Bush apparently is a great reader. This is according to Karl Rove. Now, he may be trying to brush up his image in the last few hours, but he claims that President Bush read more than 50 books a year in the White House. So I think anything that encourages serious reading is a good thing.
Well, that's impressive. Were they business books?
No, histories and biographies for the most part, and a few cowboy novels. But again, anything that offers encouragement to the reader, I support.
Right, and we are nonpartisan here at Better Management, so we'll plunge ahead. And tell us about what you read in 2008 and what you liked.
All right, well, let's go through. I've got a big stack of books here. This one is called The Breakthrough Company, How Everyday Companies Become Extraordinary Performers. But this one was no breakthrough for me. And for 2009, I have resolved to read fewer books like this that are based on 5-year surveys of 7,000 companies. The next two that I do want to recommend are this: The Last Tycoons, The Secret History of Lazare Frères and Company, and then this big thick one, Blue Blood and Mutiny, The Fight for the Soul of Morgan Stanley. Now, both were very interesting books, but neither even mentioned the asset-backed commercial paper, which blew up. This one, for instance, about Morgan Stanley, didn't even mention it as an asset class, and that was when Morgan Stanley was losing, what, $9.5 billion in the quarter? So good books, but marks off for that.
So maybe not at the top of your list. What was at the top of your list?
Well, there are a couple that I really like. Now, this little one, in a mere 200 pages, destroys the reputation of Alan Greenspan. The book is titled Greenspan's Bubbles, The Age of Ignorance at the Federal Reserve by William Fleckenstein. Let me give you a quote. He says, Greenspan bailed out the world's largest equity bubble with the world's largest real estate bubble. That combination easily equates to the United States' biggest orgy of speculation and debt creation the world has ever seen. Whoa! I mean, I believe we're now living with the consequences of that, and this little book nailed it. One more that I really enjoyed was this one, Hot, Flat, and Crowded. It's Tom Friedman's book about why we need a green revolution. He says creativity and capitalism can answer the challenges of energy and climate change. This is an excellent book.
Yes, it is. Was that your book of the year?
Well, a close second place. Actually, you know, I think Greenspan's Bubbles, it for me, was the most powerful and relevant book that I read in 2008.
Michael, I know you've looked at some of the other top 10 lists that are out there. What are the other reviewers and pundits saying? Is there any consensus about what the top business book of the year is?
No, we all have individual choices. But I want to name three that have been very well reviewed and have been prize winners in different awards. One was Charles R. Morris, The $1 Trillion Meltdown. That's about you-know-what, and it had some great reviews. Another one, of course, was Alice Schroeder's book about Buffin, The Snowball, Warren Buffett and the Business of Life. Very, very well received. I'd like to read it. I haven't. I'll get to it. And another one is called The Outliers, The Story of Success by Malcolm Gladwell. Well, he's a Toronto guy. I've met him a number of times, and he's a great storyteller, and I know he'll have great accounts of what it takes to be a genius.
Good stuff. So what else do we have to look forward to in 2009?
Well, there's some that are coming up that I don't want to miss for sure. From the gurus, of course, there's John Cotter, and he has a new one called A Sense of Urgency. I think that'll be worth looking at. I'm looking forward to Reality Check, The Irreverent Guide to Outsmarting, Outmanaging, and Outmarketing Your Competition. That's by Guy Kawasaki. He's very smart and funny. I'm sure I'll enjoy reading that. And then there's another one. You know about Nicholas Carr. His latest book is called The Big Switch, Rewiring the World from Edison to Google. About cloud computing. I'm sure it's worthwhile.
Lots of great titles there, Michael. Thanks very much, and keep reading in 09.
I will, and I'm sure many of us will have more time to do so. Thanks, David.